Hey, check it out, everybody. It's Phil from New York Rocks. We're actually up in the guitar room. We're here with Joe Walmsley. Joe, check it out, man. Now you're up finally in the legendary guitar room here at Gibson, NYC. How you like this?
I love it, like a kid in a sweet shop here. It's like, which one do you choose from, you know? And it was great going to the acoustic room earlier, too, to check out the acoustics. But first time I've been here, and thanks for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure having you down here. Now, tell everybody a little bit about history, where you're from, and how did you get started with music? Go ahead, tell everybody.
I was born in Liverpool, England, and ironically, I started the week John Lennon was killed was the week I started. Cousin of mine was showing me guitar, and I went on to form bands, duos and stuff around Liverpool. Saved my apprenticeship, good apprenticeship. They'll tell you how it is over there. It's a bit like New York, you know, doing the clubs and the bars of Liverpool and stuff. Yeah, that's how I started out over in Liverpool.
Okay. Now, actually, we met down at John Lennon's 70th birthday down at Strawberry Fields. Talk about that. You've been going down there, checking that out, right?
Yeah, I was at the John Lennon 70th birthday celebration, Central Park. That's how I met Phil. And that's where we met, wasn't we? We hooked up there, and then we did the music video not long after that, the Manhattan song.
What's the story about the Manhattan and Me song? Tell me how did that get inspired to
Well, I've been coming to New York for 11 years, you know, and one particular time I was working on the ship, so I spent 17 days here. I had a good break here, and I wrote a song, Manhattan and Me, about that particular trip.
All right, well, let's hear from Joe Walmsley rocking on New York Rocks. Thank you.
Signed off the ship, I had a taxi, called a plane. A plan of action resting on my knee. My invitation read just one companion's name, my old friend Manhattan and me. As I was touching down the sky, and I beamed a welcome smile from the top of the rock to deepest liberty. Then we embraced again when stepping out in style, the two of us, Manhattan and me. Nobody breathing down my neck, I didn't need to watch the time. I took a bite of that Big Apple, saved a little room for my big city appetites. Nobody breathing down my neck, I didn't need to watch the time. I took a bite of that Big Apple, saved a little room for my big city appetites. To ride an uptown train, strolling park in pouring rain, jammed and you see on Bleecker Street. The three of me just drinking in the shades of green, memories, Manhattan and me. To ride an uptown train, strolling park in pouring rain, jammed and you see on Bleecker Street. Drinking, joking, sipping in the shades of green, memories, Manhattan and me. My old friend Manhattan and me, the two of us, Manhattan and me. Memories, Manhattan and me.
recorded the tune, that's when, you know, he asked me to do the video, which was great. You know, we had some fun doing that.
Okay. How about Andy? You met Andy and you play with Andy. Now talk about Andy, your friend Andy, right?
Andy Claiborne's a very good friend of mine. I've met in New York 2003, 2004, yeah. He's actually in the video with me. And the line of the song is jammed with Andrew C. on Bleecker Street.
Right.
Which is me and Andy jamming on Bleecker Street. Whenever I come here and he's playing, we get up and we play. And it was great for him to appear in the video.
What place do you like to play at Bleecker Street?
The Red Lion, as Andy does the Red Lion a lot. That's where we shot that part of the video. But I used to hang around, you know, all around the village, all around there on Bleecker, and all the bars up there. But Andy, that's where we shot the Red Lion. Was in the Red Lion for the video, yeah.
Very cool.
But it's a shame Andy's actually in Europe. This trip to New York, I normally hook up with him, but he's on tour in Europe right now. I spoke to him yesterday, but I miss him this time, next time.
Now, that song is off what? The first album? What is it? Believe, right? Or
No, actually, the Manhattan song I did as a single when we did the video last November. And it's available for download. Just go to my website, joewalmsley.com. You'll see the download for the single. Yesterday, I've got a brand new live acoustic album.
I think I got it right here. I'm trying to get it out of my pocket. It's stuck in there.
Which one? You want a bit of help there? Okay. There you go. When you're talking about the Manhattan song, that's on the new acoustic album. I just did a live acoustic album over in San Antonio called Live at La Valita. But if we want to talk about this one first, we can get to that. This is an original album from 2007 now. That's also available on my site at shows and stuff. But
now we have the other one. Why don't you grab that right there? This is
I brought this one for your mother actually. This is it because his mother's a great cook, by the way. Stayed at his house one time, and over where I'm based in San Antonio, Waxy O'Connor's. That's my regular house gig. We did a live St. Paddy's Day live Irish album for Paddy's Day weekend, and that's only available at the shows right now where I'm based, but that will be available for download soon. That was just a bit of a fun album he did, but I brought that to give to your mother.
Yeah, she likes it. She loves your music. I mean, what's not to love? Your music is great, and you're a fantastic guitar player. And talk about guitars, and what was your favorite, like, Gibson to use over here? Like, you have the Gibson, you use an acoustic Gibson. Talk about the Gibson guitars, and what's your favorite Gibson?
Yeah, I mean, Gibson originally, I used to play electrics back in Liverpool. I'm only doing acoustic now because I'm a one-man show. Right. So really, you know, if it plays well the acoustic, I was spoke for choice over there before. But I used to play SGs. You got some SGs here, not the double. Also, I used to have a Les Paul. I used to have a Les Paul Gold Top. Which is, you got the one in the back there, But I haven't played electric for a while because I'm a one-man acoustic show now.
Now, you played the show down at Waxy O'Connor's. How'd you hook up with that place? Now that you were from Liverpool, now you're down in
San
Antonio, right? Right on the river.
Yeah, I spent 5 years on the cruise ships, and I was based in Fort Lauderdale from 2002. There was a Waxy O'Connor's where I used to dock. My ship used to dock. Got to know the guys there, and they opened a place in San Antonio. Asked me to come and work for them. That's how I ended up in San Antonio. But the new acoustic album's recorded right on the river. And it came out, say, yesterday. It's available for download, called Live at La Valita, which is a little river theatre called the Arneson River Theatre in San Antonio. And there's 12 tracks on that. I'm also going to dedicate that album to a dear friend of mine, a fellow musician, Martin McGuffey. We were good friends in Liverpool.
One of the songs, you dedicated the songs I heard before when you played Gad.
Yeah, Through the Music was written for Martin. And he was a really good friend of mine back home. But I've also covered one of his tracks called Good Night and God Bless, which is also on the album. I'm going to just say, well, one on the very dear friend of mine in San Antonio who played drums on the Believe album just past a couple of weeks or so. That's for, like, I have some friends, that song. That's why I did it downstairs today for Martin and Jeremy Amasquita. But yeah, it's Live at La Valita, that's the new one. It's a pure live acoustic of 12 tracks. It's available for download. No.
And it all started because you jumped ship in San Antonio.
Jumped ship, ended up in San Antonio, now back in New York.
Keep talking, keep singing, we will be listening. Every echo will bind us together, sweating water, still ringing here. We remember through the music you shine on forever. Dreaming away, memories flow. Squeeze out a smile, never let go. Irreplaceable times, we were all doing fine till the fate took control. Put a body on hold. Keep talking, keep singing. We will be listening. Every echo will bind us together. Treading water, still ringing here. We remember through the music you shine on forever. I sing from the soul, a song born from you. To close out the night, they all drink the tune. A bright sunny flame, highlighting your name. My brother, my friend, a star to the end. Keep talking, keep singing. We will be listening. Every echo will bind us together. Treading water, still ringing here. We remember through the music you shine on forever. Keep talking, keep singing. We will be listening. Every echo will bind us together. Treading water, still ringing here. We remember through the music you shine on forever.
Thank you. Now back in New York
Texas.
for a couple of days, yeah. Yeah, well, it's a good little gig. It's a good little town down there. Yeah, I've been there 7 years now.
Right. I want to go find out more about you. Pick up these songs and you can get them on iTunes and right.
The Irish ones, and you want us to say,
Right.
I brought for you, but that's available at the shows if you're ever in San Antonio. I'm at Waxy O'Connor's all the time, you know.
Okay.
And the Believe album, the new acoustic album, the Manhattan single is all available from my website, just joewalmsley.com.
Okay.
It'll take you to a link there, and all the music is it's there available, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very much for coming down. Finally, I got you over here where you can rock out, and we're going to hear from you right now.
Ain't short of money, live in a cozy abode. Oh, tsunami of good friends, closet full of fancy clothes. Now you may say that I have it all. How I wish that girl would call. Here comes the weekend, time for play, but I'm going nowhere. Another placid Saturday. The telephone hangs silent on the wall. How I wish that girl would call. Overnight, two distant strangers, she turned out our light. Like nothing happened at all. How can I define what thoughts are spinning around her pretty little head? Now you may say that I have it all. How I wish that girl would call overnight. Two distant strangers, she turned on our light. Like nothing happened at all. How can I define what thoughts are spinning around her pretty little head? Ain't short of money, living in a cozy boat. Boss and I'm your good friends, closet full of fancy clothes. Now you may say that I have it all. How I wish that girl would call. How I wish that girl would call. How I wish that girl would call. Thank you.
You're watching New York Rocks. Thank you, Joe, for coming down. You rock.
Phil. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're watching New York Rocks. Who rocks better than us, Joe? Who?
Nobody rocks better.
Nobody.
New York Rocks TV.
Yeah.